Hello, Virgo. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, and this is your timeless romance reading, meaning that when you find this reading, it was the best time for you to find it. Please also check out your moon, rising, and Venus, as well as your sun sign. And you can also cross-watch for your partner or crush. That will give more context. Keep in mind, these are general readings. Take what resonates only and leave the rest behind. For this reading, we're going to go into the overall energy here. On the left, I'm going to have and read the feminine energies, the divine feminine natural woman. Over here on the right, we have the masculine, divine masculine, natural man energies. And in the middle, the connecting energies. Now, if you happen to be in a same-sex union, please use your intuition to determine which of these energies is yours and the other person's. If you are interested in getting a personal romance reading for yourself, there will be a link in the description below. You can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Creators on the Crest. All right, this spread, you'll notice, is pre-shuffled somewhat. I'm going to pull some cards, but I also pre-shuffled. So if you're interested in learning how I prepare for tarot readings, I do have a video on my channel on that. But I wanted to have things ready and get right into your reading. So this will be my first time looking at these cards as well. Let's see what your overall energy would like us to know, Virgo. The Two of Wands. Okay, the Two of Wands. This is an energy of planning, so this could be a partnership or a connection where there is some level of planning going on. There's a lot of observation taking place, probably both of you for each other, looking at, well, what do they think and feel? And the other person, well, what do they think and feel? Let me observe. How are we moving? How are we moving individually? How are we moving together? Wands is an energy of passion and fire, but this Two of Wands is very much more of a still kind of energy of that passion. So the passion is available there, but the movement toward it isn't quite happening yet. And that's okay. A lot of things, take time to grow, and it could be a beautiful thing. So there's a lot of observation, a lot of like checking the other person out. And, even if you are in a long-term partnership, this could be where you're stepping back, kind of pausing, kind of getting into new skins, so to speak, individually, and then coming together and seeing what it's like. Okay, let's take a look at what the feminine energy has. She has the Five of Cups and the Nine of Swords. So yeah, we have possibly some heartbreak, possibly some pain, possibly some thoughts. To clarify the Five of Cups, we get the Three of Wands, which is the next step here after the Two of Wands. And to clarify the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Wands. So it looks like the feminine is well aware of this energy and is trying to move some of that energy around a bit. With what she's showing me here. Okay, and on your side, or not your side, but the masculine side, Virgo, so if you're a masculine Virgo, the Page of Swords or the Ace of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Okay, so very much a youthful energy you bring to this. You may be a very youthful looking person yourself, and a whole lot of love to offer, just overwhelming amount of love. I love that. It seems like there's a balance here of like this connection is intellectual, but it's also loving. To clarify your Page of Swords on the masculine side, we get the Seven of Cups. And to clarify the Ace of Cups, the Fool. Yeah, and that very interesting energies here. Very interesting energies. You both have the desire to step forward, but you are doing so in very different ways. So we'll see what else we can get here in this energy and in this clarification here. Let's take a look on her side here. The Five of Cups we have and the Three of Wands. So this is a female who has dealt with some heartbreak, some grief. Now, I don't get it's the grief or loss of this connection necessarily. I get it's the grief and loss of something else. And that may contribute to the pause in the connection, however, because when you are linked with someone, that can happen. And she gets the Three of Wands. She is a little further along on the path. She's still observing. She's wanting to make sure she's cleared out of some of this sadness and let some of her grief process. It almost feels like maybe like losing a loved one or a family member or a beloved pet or something like that that she might be going through. And then she gets the Nine of Swords clarified by the Queen of Wands. So she has some thoughts around her own self-image, her own value, her own worth. And those sometimes get in the way of her power and her passion and her moving forward. She's acknowledging that here and saying, you know, I'm trying to pierce the veil of illusion for myself. I know that I've been wrapped up in some thought forms that aren't healthy for me. So she's trying to fix that and go through this kind of grief process. But she knows truly that she can bring a lot more fire. She can bring her part of the fire to the masculine with this strong, powerful Queen of Wands energy. This is someone who is confident about who she is. She's got a strength to her. She's a lioness. She might often be described as a lioness, and that could be a representation of some Leo energy also coming in to this reading and checking that out. Okay. On the masculine side here, we get the Page of Swords clarified by the Seven of Cups. I feel that the masculine has had a chance, you know, Virgo, you're really, as a Virgo man, you're really good at thinking through and being analytical and weighing out all the options. And so when it comes to where you're at intellectually with your thought process and kind of weeding through things on the mental level, you've made some progress. You're trying to approach things now with a more from a learning perspective. You've got the little birds on the edge of the sword, so you're not wielding that sword. You're not using your intellect to cut through something at this time. You're using it in a more passive way, which is really beautiful because it does look like you have some decisions to make about how you want to move forward in this connection, but also just in love in general. Seven of Cups is all about choices. What will you hold on to? What will you let go? Which cups are going to get let go? Which are going to be held on to? Which cups are allowed to be what they are and maybe light your way? It looks like you're kind of passive, more passive in your intellect and focusing in on decisions more from your heart. And it's a beautiful tie-in to this Ace of Cups, all the love you have to offer from a very wise and illuminated perspective. We have the phases of the moon. We have the open eye there showing up. We have the koi fish all around, swimming all around. To me, that is an energy of abundance, of an overflow of emotional energies, which, you know, Virgo being very mental and you know, having the mercurial energy, that's a very nice thing to see. You've done a lot of work here. And you are in a position where you are comfortable enough with the transformative process that you're willing to take some risks. Okay, so let's see, how does that affect this connecting energy? We have this lovely picture here of a couple, silhouette of a couple here, and it says, soulmate, your soulmate is already with you in spirit. Believe this and they will manifest physically. And I love that. So keep in mind here, whether, let's say you're not in a relationship, and what I'm reading here are just the energies of the potentials. And so you're relating to one side of the energies here, and someone you may not have even met yet is going through these other energies. So that's good information to have. It's good to know what and how the other person might be processing. This could be a very new relationship, because I did get that Two of Wands where there's very much an observation phase. There could be that early dating. Now, if you are a Virgo and you're in a longer term relationship, keep in mind, relationships and connections have cycles. So this may be a whole new cycle coming together for the two of you, where you have both shifted so much in the way that you approach things and what you've chosen to heal and work on, that you're coming forward from a new and more invigorated, more inspired kind of energy, and maybe recognizing how the two of you really truly are connected. And that's a beautiful thing. Your soulmate is someone who's going to see you through all the different phases and all the different times. So even if there is more of a pause in this connection with the Two of Wands, more observation going on, we still have this loving, soulmate, trusting energy here in the middle. And I would like to go ahead and pull a card also to kind of clarify out some of these connecting energies from the romance oracles. So what else would Virgo and this other person like us to know? Two cards want to come out. I'm going to go with it. They both kind of stuck and said, Mimi, yeah, getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So again, this could be seeming like a fresh connection, just getting to know each other, just starting to date. It could also represent, though, a whole new, getting to know each other on a whole new level. The two of you may have aged together through a new cycle. You may have ended some cycles and be getting into something new. And then very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. And I think that both of you, are here in this overall energy of like observation and just checking things out. And, but they're underneath it, you're both doing work to kind of come together very differently in this connection. So I feel that the more you just stay on with the pace you're at and working through the energies that each of you is working with there, making some tough decisions, making them differently than you did before, healing some old illusions and thoughts, and processing some more grief. We're always going to be in a healing cycle throughout all of our lifetime, right? We're always in a constant cycle of healing. That healing can become very natural. And I think the two of you are moving that direction. And that supports this soulmate energy here. It will illuminate and assist the connection in its next phase, which is a beautiful thing. Okay, we're going to pull some cards from the Alice's Romance Oracle, because these are message cards and they kind of give us a little bit better idea of what the feminine might be thinking and what the masculine might be thinking. Okay, on her side, she wants us to know, you found out something about me. Okay, so you found out something about her. I don't get that that's in a gossipy kind of way. I feel like you found out something deep about her. She revealed something to you in an effort to get to know you better. I'm planning on calling you soon. Okay, so maybe she's returning your call, wants to get in touch with you. If you're in a relationship, planning on calling you soon means I plan on addressing what I'm going through soon. I plan on bringing it to the table so that we can have a discussion about it. Okay, let's look at the masculine side here and what the masculine wants us to know in this dynamic. You fuel my creativity. That's beautiful. And that could be connected here to this Ace of Cups. So they're acknowledging a beautiful ignition that this feminine provides him. You fuel my creativity. That's wonderful, because that brings some of the momentum in, but it brings it in from the heart and more of the intuitive spaces. Okay, what else? Woo. I want to get back together. So, again, they want to go on another date with you. They want to get back together. Maybe the masculine is waiting on the feminine to say, okay, I'm available now, and you guys can go back on a date. If you're in the connection, again, they were wanting to come back together on a whole new level, having closed out some very important cycles for both of you. So that's a beautiful energy. I like this because I get the vulnerability on her side, like she's really letting her guard down. I see her wanting to do that and feeling safe doing that. And he obviously is very motivated and inspired by her energy. So it's very beautiful to work with this here. Both of you are looking to deepen, but whether it's a cycle or a new relationship, it's early on, and that's okay. Everything has a phase. So I'd like to pull some charms. Charms are a lovely way to, as I call it, ice the cake on a reading. I just mix these up and reach in and get a pinch. All right, Virgo, let's see what we got here. Ooh, interesting. So we got the pentacle, or the five-pointed star, which is a representation of magic. When we connect with someone and we feel that universal energy moving through them, we feel that soulmate kind of energy, it does ignite our magic. It does fuel the creativity. So that's very much showing up here in the connection. We have a little fairy sitting on the moon. You could be dealing with the feminine energy that carries kind of that fairy energy. We could be talking about a woman who enjoys the outdoors, utilizes that in her healing process and in her grounding process. We have this beautiful laced heart here, which meaning that we might be dealing with two people who are complex and have a lot of layers, or the connection is complex and has had a lot of layers, whether it be this lifetime and you've been in a long term together, or intricate connections from past lifetimes, or both. So we also get the little Alice in Wonderland rabbit here who's trumpeting on the horn. They have all the pictures of the different suits on his jacket there, and he's announcing something, right? He's calling everyone together. When I get this in a reading like this, I feel like this is the two people coming to the table together. Both of you want to come together. You're being called together to determine how you're going to move forward, and both talk that through and feel it through. And then we've got the heart key. So the key, and it's shaped in a heart here. And again, it's beautiful, it's intricate, it's elegant. There's an elegance to this connection that I really like, probably through that soul connection of many lifetimes. There is a reminder to the both of you that the key to this connection is absolutely and 100% through the heart core essence. And that's important to remember. I love what I see here. I love the magic. This is very exciting energy, Virgo. So whether this is an existing relationship that's coming on this new cycle, very exciting, very cool. If this is a new relationship, how much fun is this to get to work on yourself to this degree and then share it with someone else? Virgo, let me know how this went for you. Please comment below, like, share, subscribe, and I can't wait to see you next time.